task number 6 was the task that revolved around Idaho Mole 1, where he was running with Jillian.
That's the name of the group.
He was, if you notice when you watch the episode, he was very quick to give the answers that Jessica and Emily were giving him, many of which were wrong. And it was interesting that he was paired up with Jillian in that task, so that also, you know, kind of allowed him to not work completely well with the excuse that he's working with Jillian, someone that he knowingly does not like too much. The murder mystery task, and arguably one of the biggest sabotage that John did. John was notified ahead of time which envelope numbers corresponded with which roles, and so he really aimed to become the murderer in that task, and ended up, you know, knowingly choosing that envelope. Select one. So when he was interviewed by Verity, he purposely did a bad job, acted guilty, did not answer the questions well.
Was there a window open?
30 seconds.
The room that I was in was really dark.
So there was no window.
And Verity picked up on that, and you know, that task was completely lost.
John, did you kill Charles?
I did, you bastard.
Yes!
Oh, Verity!
Thanks to John. The next task, task number 6 and 8. It was the task where the contestants had to drink mixtures of drinks. John was notified ahead of time which types of drinks he was actually drinking, so he obviously gave the answers to a couple that would be, you know, just obvious ones, but any of the fruity drinks that were hard to decipher what exactly they were, John missed on purpose in that task.
Kiwi strawberry infused green tea was incorrect. It was actually the white grape sparkling and the Sobe.
Then once we got down to the final 4 and the final task, it just so happened that John was put in the final room. That wasn't anything that we planned. We just kind of gave John a lot of, you know, we gave him carte blanche on that task to do pretty much what he wanted. And just kind of, at the end of the day, it was a long, long day of filming the Idaho Mole 2, the longest, you know, time-wise we've ever spent, you know, filming a show in one day. And so John just kind of sat in the room, and I didn't even think too much of it, but you know, the fact that he didn't contribute on the task is the reason that going into the final execution quiz, Jessica, Jillian, and Hannah all voted for him. Up to that point, that wasn't the case. So,
Margaret Thatcher?
No, there's no B.
No, that's R. A? Is it Rosie O'Donnell?
that's what I thought.
It's Rosie O'Donnell.
That was just kind of the last round to, you know, to not help out, and they didn't finish the task.
Oh my god! I was right when I told Jillian's entire life. I was like, I don't trust John. It was a total lie, I thought, but I told him the right thing. I was like, I don't believe it.
Alright, let's spend a minute right here on our winner, Jillian. When did you ever, when were you, tell us about your discovering of the mole.
Well, actually, I was totally for Emily, like most, it was Emily and John from day one. I think it's said in my very first interview, and somebody else, which I don't remember.
Holy shit.
But, I wasn't really thinking John until I was like, John really hates me. He's been really nice to me recently. And we were walking and talking on our way to Haven.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, you know, he's like, what have you ever suspected me? And I was like, bang. I was like, Beard's gone. Matt got out because of Beard. Who all voted for John? Wait. And then after him not even like starting his clue till like way late, I don't know.
Jillian was, of the 14 people going to Idaho Mole 2, was probably one of the most determined people that I talked to.
Not again.
Well, I talked to some of the contestants from last time and did a little background search. I've tried to set up some alliances.
Beforehand, she was determined to figure out who the mole was, and she was, you know, one of the early people to suspect John, and that kind of diminished after a while. But going to that final execution quiz, I think the fact that she always took notes, the fact that she was diligent in knowing where people stood, what information was important, I think that's what led her to win in the end.
Hannah, what was it like fitting in? You were the kind of the twist of episode 2. What was it like trying to fit in with these?
I didn't really try to fit in. I just did it myself.
You were very anti-alliance.
Well, I didn't want to do alliances because then I only, like, to people, I lied to people what they told. Like, I was telling people different things. Like, I was saying, oh, I think it's this person. When really, I knew who it was, and I was telling him different things because if someone, I wouldn't trust alliance because I wouldn't trust anyone.
I trust
said to me.
Do you think you bet Heidi?
This is an alliance right
Yeah,
here.
I think I did.
You think you would?
Jessica, why don't you talk about your turnaround from maybe not so great this morning to ending up in the final four?
Oh wow.
Did you vomit?
Did you really?
Did you vomit?
We're gonna stop there. Okay, Beardy, really briefly, because I know you have a lot to say. How would you sum up this mole experience as someone who asked, "What was the Idaho Mole? What did you take from it?"
I think it was a great experience. I think it was a lot of fun. I think we all got to know each other really well, and I think that even though I was right about who the mole was and I still got kicked off, I think it was a rewarding experience. And
Charles, what was your secret to making this far? You were kind of flying under the radar. What was your strategy to keeping it so long?
Half-ass everything.
That's Emily, definitely one of the most vocal contestants this season. What was it like playing a game with someone with Beardy, with whom, like, at the end of it, kind of came to a screaming all in the hallway?
Well, that's strangely not surprising because Beard always, if he's put like in a high stress situation, it's just like he goes from 0 to 60 and like it's just absolutely no time flat.
Horrible. I don't know.
there's 16 numbers, so we need to make
Yelling at me! I want to do it!
We have to make it.
No! Cole, make Beard leave me alone!
Kevin.
Not
what did
okay
you
with me. I'm not the mole.
Alright, it's my turn.
Okay, Kevin's turn. What did you have to say about the game?
It was really awesome. Like, I'm so confused by a hatred, guys. Like, by a hatred between John and Beard. I was so like thinking about like they're like, oh, are they real? And like Beardy and
I don't know how that happened.
I felt like one of you should be a Mo, and I was talking about him. Are you really a Mo? Like, if you're really a big liar to me. Like,
Aaron. Now I want to talk about you for a minute here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it really is just like menopause. That's the only explanation I can give. But I just really came into this thinking that it wasn't going to be that much fun, and it ended up being a lot of fun. And I had the most fun when I just like messed everyone else up. So I just decided to do what I enjoyed.
Good. Right?
I just want to
Amy, what do you think ultimately was your undoing in the game? What do you think?
What I'm doing? Straying away, honestly, from like alliances. Like, I think people don't put enough importance on them, but you really have to listen to what other people observe. Because we kind of came back from the break, and I was like, oh no, I've got this. I've stayed in this far, and my assumptions are right, and they were not. It was so much fun. I was just in Aaron's boat. I was like, this is probably not going to be that much fun, but it was awesome. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
Matt, what's it like going out second round? Explain that feeling for us, and one of who, just, what was it?
I carried you home last weekend.
I know. Before that.
Fuck off.
Actually, wait. All right.
But a little too trusting, I guess.
Right. Luke, what's it like going out first round? That's a very.
Out first round equals great success. I actually told Amanda in the whole pre-game interview, I was like, look, if I'm not the mole, I'm out first round. And I was, so that was the plan. I actually got a great nap, slept till about 2, went and got some lunch, played some Smash Bros with Aaron. It was a great day.
That means, after we have that last task in, that means Jillian, you are walking away with $69. Our moles were walking away with 31. And I would like to congratulate everyone on a game well played. Definitely, after 7 seasons, I can honestly say the most unpredictable, craziest cast, biggest psycho fest of my life. And I love every minute of it. Thank you, everyone.
On behalf of everyone at Idaho Mole 2, all 14 contestants, thank you for your viewing and for your commentary. It's something that the production and the contestants really enjoy, and we hope to see you back for Idaho Mole 3.